What's the joke?
What? Do you understand that if someone stood up in the middle of one of my shows and went,
That'd be the rest of the show.
My dad died of cirrhosis, the interruption is the next 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then there's 15 minutes of like, what do you think? What do you think?
Gotta go in on her.
Yeah. You're like, how do you just interrupt like that?
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like
she must have been
minutes.
hogtied on her way out. They've waterboarded her on the way out for sure.
Or that's a plant.
Or it's a
just
plant.
Slips her 100.
Yeah.
He goes,
nice
good
work,
job.
lady.
Got sympathy. You got everyone on my side.
My friend opened for him, and he only got $100. 2 sold out theaters. He gave him $100. Yeah. Or no, 300, but still.
Pete Davidson, when he'd come around and hang out with Big J and I outside the cellar, I've talked about this on the podcast, but he told us Nick Cannon would pay him $50 a show.
Oh no!
So for a weekend of 5 shows, he'd give him $250
for selling out shows.
Just sold out theaters.
Oh, theaters. Oh,
this is when Nick Cannon was hosting America's Got Talent.
Oh my God. That's how you get rich, though.
That's
how you don't. The generosity goes down the richer you are.
Yeah.
It's just like all those political shows, like
House of Cards.
House of Cards. It's like it makes them look bad, but they're like they had to do it.
That's
the world they're living.
There's something to be said about like giving sympathy to the villain. It was a cool trick in the 90s and early 2000s, like Tony Soprano, Walter White, like seeing like anti-heroes become like, oh, that's why he does that. But I think we're way past that.
I think we're like, we got to destroy the villains now. We got it. There's no both sides-ism anymore.
Every time on this podcast, we do a thing where...
The cards.
Yeah, you get to open... My friend gave me a pack of...
I used to collect NBA cards when I was a kid.
So this is... What year were you born?
I was 1990.
This is 89.
Hell yeah.
So this is, you might not know any of these guys.
89 rookies? Or what is it? Or just any 89
It's 89,
players?
dude, all over.
So, because Minnesota was an expansion team that year.
So you might get...
Might have a little Pooh Richardson on here
dude,
or something.
Check who
Maybe
it is.
A little.
So this is fun as hell because you see like guys where you're like, well, this guy's just like a dad now.
Right.
So go through one by one.
Smith, Fennis Dembo. Wow, I've never heard of that guy before in my life.
But you know what? He looks young. He looks like he was a rookie. 1988. So this was his second year out of Wyoming. Second round draft.
This Derek Smith guy was like good. He averaged 23, 22 points a game. Never heard of this guy in my life.
Isn't that crazy?
That's like, he's like all-star level.
For the Sixers, out of Louisville, second round pick.
They got coach cards. I didn't know that.
That's the best.
Jimmy Rogers. Wow. He was like after Boston wasn't quite as good in the late 80s.
Is he a Celtic?
He's from Oak Park, Illinois. Went to Iowa. He might have played. I don't know about it.
But he is the Celtics coach.
Yeah, Celtics coach.
Jimmy Rogers. Dude, look at that. I kind of remember this guy. Record is not good, though.
No,
88, 89.
That was when Bird his knees were falling apart, his back was falling apart.
42 and 40. I wonder how many seasons Jimmy Rogers did.
Mike Brown, Utah Jazz, 4.5 points a game. And you know what? He's a father of 3 now. He sells insurance in rural New Jersey.
Yeah, you want to find out because he's from
what are they doing?
Newark.
Oh, this guy was actually good. Rex Chapman.
Well, he's like a big
He
internet.
was a big bust. He was the big bust because he was like a drug addict, right?
Yeah, now he like is like a...
Yeah, he's huge on Twitter now, right? Yeah. But he was like gonna be. He was the first...
you got a Rex Chapman?
First pick of the Hornets, I think they ever had. Yeah.
You got a social media presence.
Yeah, he has a huge like Twitter. Yeah.
This is our first social media presence. These are all yours.
I'll keep these. I literally have binders of these at home.
Yeah.
I had a rookie Kobe Bryant that my dog chewed up. I almost put her down. We almost had to kill her. It had a piece of his jersey in it too. I was like, Lucky, you're lucky you're cute, or I would put a gun in your mouth.
What's her name, Lucky?
Yeah.
You're like, I do.
You're a lucky dog.
You're lucky to get out of this. Who else
Darryl
you got?
Walker. Oh, the Bullets. I forgot. That's so funny. They changed it because of the crime.
Yeah.
They were like,
it was the murder capital.
Yeah, they was like, we got it. And then they changed it to the Wizards in the only black city in America. The Grand Wizards. It's like, okay.
I didn't even think they pivoted.
Maybe we shouldn't have done that.
They go, all right. Well, it was called Chocolate City, but now I guess it's like...
no, it's murder. Oh, Dick, the first Hornets coach, Dick Harder, 20-62, a rough year for Dick.
When were the Hornets? I thought they were kind of an older organization.
No, they were 89 too. I think they might have been 88. They might have been 88. Yeah.
It says right here.
Then the next year was the Magic and the Timberwolves and
Dick Harder.
The Heat might have been that year too.
What a great fake name.
Phil Jackson. Here we go.
Oh, all right.
Bulls coach. He wasn't quite winning this championship.
He hasn't won any at this point. He's 89.
led Albany to 1984 CBA championship.
Isn't that funny? That's the stat
That was
he
his
has?
big thing. Like, you'll never do better than Albany, Phil.
Yeah.
That's the highest you'll ever climb.
I mean, this is...
And now he's like an asshole. He won't watch
he?
the NBA. He's like, the NBA, they're too political now. The game's not the same. And he's like the Zen guy, but he's like, all this Black Lives Matter shit.
Really?
He's anti-NBA. He hates it now.
I
got a Michael Jordan card.
Wait, really?
All-Star game. It's his All-Star game
counts,
stats.
dude.
Yeah, there we go.
Dude, catching Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan
Not bad.
now before the 6-peat.
Yeah, this is the year, or 2 years before. 2 years before.
Yeah, this is 89. But look at that.
Sidney Green.
This is big. Sidney Green's big.
He averaged 13.5 for the Bulls in 85. This is the era when they were all doing coke. This is a little after that.
And he's with Orlando, so it was expansion team.
Oh,
Them
yeah,
and the Wolves.
that was their first year. Yeah, damn, I wish I would have got a Pooh Richardson.
You might. You still.
Alex English, a legend.
I mean, look at that. That's right behind you.
You know
right
that
there.
he's the greatest scoring player of the 80s.
Is he really?
It's him
Look
or
at that.
Adrian Dantley.
We got him with the Nuggets.
Oh, there we go. Oh, you got Fat Lever?
Yeah. Dude.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even realize who he was. I'm not.
Lafayette Lever.
I was a Warriors fan up until I was 10.
Oh,
And
really?
Then, they traded Tim Hardaway.
They were pretty bad, or they had Tim Hardaway, but they weren't
They run
great.
TMC.
Yeah, but they would never went that far in the playoffs.
I know, but
was it Mitch Richmond? Oh, Mullen and
Tim Hardaway, and they got rid of Tim Hardaway, and I was like, I need a Denver
Mullen,
team.
the ultimate white privilege.
Left-handed from
But
Queens.
because he was a drunk, but did you know that he was like a crazy alcoholic his first like 3 years, but they didn't kick him out of the league, but they kicked all these black players out for drinking and doing drugs. I was like, okay,
well, get Freckles in a
Michael Ray Robinson. They killed his career. Yeah,
because he was a drunk.
He was a drug addict, but Chris Mullen was like getting hammered at halftime, and they're like, "We'll get you to a program. We'll help you out."
You know how cool it has to feel to nail a 3-pointer hammered?
Oh my god!
Just banging a lefty 3, and you're like, and by the way, I could fucking smoke a cigarette right now.
My podcast co-host who played at Notre Dame,
Alex?
he did. For some reason, he was on Adderall a couple times during the games, and he's like, "You felt like you were a king."
Oh my god!
He's like, "I was really bad, but I made a couple shots, and hear the roar of the fans. I'm sure there's nothing like it."
On an amphetamine.
Well, they used to do coke at halftime, and like the Bulls players and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh god, what an amazing feeling!
But Nick Mullen just doing a shot and being like, I'm going to hit a 3 when I get in there.
Yeah.
And you go like, Chris.
Imagine how good it feels like we do the Pittsburgh Funny Bone and we're like a little drunk, and that's an amazing feeling.
He's at the Garden, half in the bag.
Dunk for the Big East tournament.
Yeah. He just beats the Knicks. He's like,
give me a margarita.
And now
give me
we're
my third margarita.
How much extra drunk you want to get after the game if you win?
Oh, God.
Or a loss, you're saying mean things. You're like, shut up, Mitch. What kind of black guy's named Mitch? He's like, hey, man, come on, Chris. He's like, I fucking said it. I don't give a shit.
We got Tony Campbell, Lakers role player, 11 points a game.
I always wonder if these guys, like, if their kids or their nephews or whatever happened upon this podcast and they see it and they go like, hey, fuck you.
Tony's he's a great uncle.
Yeah.
He's a great uncle.
Was your uncle in the NBA?
Yeah.
You're like, no.
Took me fishing all the time. Come on. He's a great guy. Tony Campbell, he probably had a great life.
Yeah, dude.
Who's that Laker who didn't have sex? AC Green.
Yeah.
He was a virgin until he got married.
OJ's friend?
Was it his friend? Really? It might have been. I don't know.
Because AC Green was the guy. Wasn't he the one where they go, when in the Ford Bronco, where he calls 911, he goes, it's AC Green. You know who the fuck this is? Oh, no, it's Cowlings.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I just know AC
Someone
Green was the guy who was like, wouldn't have sex.
That's great.
He was like
I remember him. He was the old virgin.
Yeah, he was the old. He didn't have sex till he was like 38 or something.
We're looking it up right now.
John Stockton, pretty early Stockton here.
Big anti-vax guy.
Big anti-vax guy. He's also anti-NBA now. He says the game's not as good anymore. He was good, though.
He was unbelievable.
He was really. John Stockton's good.
Him and Phil Jackson should do a podcast.
They could have the NBA ain't what it fucking used to be.
Oh, here it is.
Is it AC Green?
It was. AC Green was a devout Christian. He's known for proclaiming that he began and ended his NBA career as a virgin bachelor.
As the Showtime Laker, too. They were having orgies with Magic.
NBA hoes, dude.
Yeah. Oh, my God. My friend Alex, who he knows NBA players, he says they're all buying $10,000 hookers every single game, every city they go to.
And I looked it up. It's Al Callings.
Callings
was a close friend of OJ.
Okay.
Who he's known since childhood. And I think it was
That would have been funny if AC Green's like, I'm a virgin, but I kill white women.
AC Cowlings. But when you hear him, he has my favorite moment on a 911 call because he goes, "You know who the hell this is?" And you're like, "That's so
He's
cool."
like a role player. He's like a nobody.
Yeah, he played for the Bills for a couple of years.
Manute Bol.
Big.
7'6". I think he's the tallest or tied for the tallest ever.
And his son, Bol's in the NBA.
Oh, I should have assumed they were related.
Yeah.
From the Sudan. Wow. I mean, that's a great...
These are good cards.
That's I had a good...
And
he's not good. He was not good.
Well, he's
averaging 4 points a game.
Yeah, dude.
You're 7'6". You're only dumping in 4 points a game.
By the way, he's 7'6" and he's 225.
He's rail thin.
It's like 6 pounds more than me.
Rail thin. Jesus.
And I'm a foot and 3 inches shorter than that guy.
He's from the Sudan. I mean,
yeah.
Oh, Charles Smith dumping in 16 NBA All-Rookie team. You never hear about this guy.
Yeah.
Bridgeport, Connecticut.
You got some good ones, though.
I actually did have some good ones. These are great.
That's the stack of good ones that I made.
I love NBA history. I'm obsessed with NBA history.
I'm starting to think about doing this thing where I take all the crusty cards and one day I'll just like sign them, my signature.
Oh, and sell them as merch or give them away after shows.
Yeah,
that'd be
like, if you're a fan, I'll give you an NBA card.
Oh, people would love that.
We should probably start maybe thinking about doing that.
That's great.
Because look at that stack. I'm building a stack.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I give people the good ones.
They don't have to sell like koozies after a game.
I just go, here's a Dick Harder.
Yeah. Yeah, you were kind of heckling me. Here's a Dick Harder. Yeah.
You were that.
You don't get a Phil Jackson.
You're a you're a smiler, not a laugher. So you get a Tony Campbell.
That's good merch.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Hell yeah, dude. Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having me. This rocked.
You fucking rule.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Go Niners.
Go Niners forever. I love you. It's okay. It'll all be okay.